Okay, good afternoon everyone. So in yesterday's class we discussed about rectification of entries. So today we shall continue solving few of the sums. Then we will go to the next chapter. Okay, yeah. So before we start, yesterday we missed one point. So I want to correct that point so that you don't commit the mistake. So the last point, a purchase of goods from Raghav amounting to 20,000 has been wrongly entered through sales book. Here what has happened is, instead of recording it as purchases, they have recorded it as sales. So what they have actually recorded, is Raghav account debit to sales account 20,000, 20,000, correct? But what is the correct entry? Purchase account debit 20,000 to Raghav, correct? Now look here carefully. One is purchase has to come inside, Raghav has to come on the credit side, but where Raghav is going? On the debit side, and sales account is coming on the credit side, which needs to go out, correct? Yeah. So when sales has to go out, what he will do? He will debit it. So sales account debit 20,000. Yes. Next, purchase has to come in as a debit side, correct or no? So purchase account debit 20,000. Now Raghav has to come on the credit side, correct? To Raghav. Now how much, sir? See, I need to get Raghav 20,000 as the balance, correct? But how much you have already debited? 20,000. So if you write 20,000 Raghav credit, then this and this get cancelled. So Raghav balance will become 0. But how much do we need? We need 20,000 balance, correct or no? So if you need 20,000, one is you have to reverse this 20,000. Along with that, you have to add another 20,000. So how much it should be actually? It should be 40,000. Because in this 40, 20,000 will go and the balance will remain is 20,000. If you open Raghav account, it will look like this. The first entry, what have they done? To sales 20,000, correct? Now here by sales, now we will get the balance of how much? 20,000. Credit balance. Raghav account is a creditor account. Creditor account is a liability account. It should always have a credit balance. Clear? Yes? Okay. Now, this is all before preparation of trial balance, correct? This is before preparation of trial balance. Now we will going to see solve the sums which are after preparation of the trial balance. Where when it comes to after preparation of trial balance, what is the account that will get opened? Suspense account. Am I clear? So quickly I will revise whoever has joined now online and whoever has come to the class now. Listen, this was a purchase transaction, but they recorded it in sales book. The moment they record it in sales book, it will become sales transaction. So what is the entry they have actually recorded? Raghav account debit to sales account, correct? Which is wrong. What should be the entry? Purchase account debit to Raghav account. So what should come inside? Purchase should come inside. So purchase has to be debited, correct? Now sales has to go out. Sales was credited first. Now to send it out, what we will do? Debit it. So sales account debit. Clear? Yes. Next. Now Raghav should be shown on which side? On the credit side. But what side we have been showing? Debit side. First we need to reverse this. Correct or no? How much? 20,000 credit. Along with that, we need another 20,000 to be shown on the credit side. Correct or no? If you write only 20,000, what will happen? This debit, this credit gets cancelled out. But do we need to cancel Raghav, or we need to show it as payable 20,000 to Raghav? Payable, correct or no? So first 20,000 will reverse this, next 20,000 will account this. So 20 plus 20, 40,000. In that 20,000 will get nullified, another 20,000 will remain as balance. Am I clear? Yes. Now coming to the next problem, rectification after preparation of trial balance. Yes, Ganesh drew a trial balance of his operations for the year ended 31st March 2025. There was a difference in trial balance which he closed with a suspense account. On scrutiny by the auditor, the following errors were found. Now you need to rectify those errors using what? Suspense account. Why? Because he has already opened the suspense account. Purchase day book for the month of April 2024 was undercast by 1000. Undercast andre enappa? Totaling was wrong and totaling was done less. If total should have been 10,000, he has done 9,000. Clear? Correct? So purchase account debit should have been 10,000, but now purchase account debit has been only 9,000. So there is a difference of 1,000. So now purchase has to go up by 1,000. Purchase is an expense account. When expense goes up, it will be debited. Correct or no? So what is the entry? Purchase account debit 1,000 to 1,000. Yes, everybody is understanding? Next. Sales day book of October 2024 was overcast by 10,000. Overcast andre eno? Overvaluation. Increase extra sales, but it is not there. It is a wrong totaling. Correct? So now you have to reduce the sales. Correct or no? Reduce the sales. Sales is what account appa? Income account. Income, when it goes up, credited. When it comes down, it will be debited. Now is it coming down or going up? Coming down. Correct or no? So what is the entry? Sales account debit to how much? 10,000. And you should write narration like this. Clear? Yes? Next. A furniture purchased of 8,100 was entered in furniture account as 810. How much it should have been recorded at? 8,100. But how much they have recorded? Only 810. So if you find out the difference, what is the difference? 8,100 minus 810. How much it will be? 7,009. 290. Correct? Now our furniture balance should go up by this much. Correct or no? Actually it is 810, but they have recorded it. Sorry, it is actually 8,100, but they have recorded it 810. So our purchase furniture should go up by how much? By 7,290. Correct? So furniture is an asset account. When asset goes up, it will be debited. Correct or no? So what is the entry? Furniture account debit to suspense. How much? Not 8,100. Why? Because already 810 recorded. Only difference amount. Clear? Am I clear? Next. A bill of 10,000 drawn by Ganesh was not entered in bills receivable book. A bill of 10,000 drawn by Ganesh was not entered in the bills receivable book. Now don't get confused. So drawn by Ganesh, no sir. So it will become bills payable. No sir, we are preparing the books for Ganesh himself. So if Ganesh himself has drawn the bill, that means what? He has to receive the money or pay the money. Forgot the class, huh? Bills receivable, bills payable, have I explained? Not explained, huh? Have I explained or no? Explained, huh? Tell me, what is bills payable? The one which we have to pay. What is bills receivable? Correct. Now who draws in bills payable? I will draw. Will I draw saying that I will pay you this much money, or will that party draw saying you have to pay me this much money, now you pay on this and this date, and he will give me the document and I will sign it and give it back? Which is correct? Online students, if they remember, at least we will see. I have told you, remember this. In case of bills payable, What is the relationship I am having? Creditor. Bills payable will come for creditor, correct or no? When I need to pay the money, correct? So bills payable will come for creditor. So when what creditor will do is he will draw the bill. I told you this sentence also. The one who needs to receive the money will draw the bill. I repeat again, the one who needs to receive the money will draw the bill. Now, in creditor relationship, who is going to receive the money? I or him? Him. So, who is going to draw the bill? Him? No. I am repeating again. The one who needs to receive the amount will draw the bill. Now, who has to receive the money? Me or creditor? So, who will draw the bill? Creditor. Who will accept the bill? I. Clear? Now, in case of debtor, who needs to receive the money? Me. Correct? From whom? From my debtor. Now, who will draw the bill? I. And who will accept the bill? He. Ashte. Yeah, him, he, whatever it is. Debtor. Understanding, everybody? Please note down this. Now, here, what they are telling in question, you want to note down? Huh? Note down. ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಬಿಡಿ ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ the one who needs to pay will accept the bill. See, don't confuse the word accept. Sir, accept andre bill sound kade uliyata. He will accept the bill. No, accept means signing on the bill. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೇನಾ? I accept that I need to pay you. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೇನಾ? Accept means what? Accepting to pay. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೇನಾ? ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ accept, expect. All the three are different words. Okay, shall we go ahead? Now here, read the question again. A bill for 10,000 drawn by Ganesh. Now who is Ganesh? Is the person for whom we are passing the rectification entry. Aurde books al rectification pass ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದು. So if Ganesh himself is drawing the bill, that means bills receivable or bills payable? Bills receivable, no. We are preparing whose books? For example, let's assume I am Ganesh. If I am drawing the bill, then am I bills receivable or bills payable? If I draw the bill, somebody else will accept the bill. The one who draws the bill is the person who is going to get the money or need the money. Correct or no? So if Ganesh himself is drawing the bill, that means I am drawing on my debtor. So that means bills receivable. So it has not been entered at all in the bills receivable book. So what is the entry will record? Bills receivable will come up. Bills receivable is an asset. When asset goes up, it will be debited. So bills receivable account debit. To whom? To debtor. Correct or no? Sir, debtor, say for example, let's say XYZ debtor has to pay me 10,000 rupees. Correct? Now in my balance sheet, that 10,000 will be shown under where? Debtor. Correct? Now, when I draw a bill to that debtor, now what will happen? The debtor balance will come down and the same balance is shifted to bills receivable. Yeah, following or no? Debtor balance will get reduced, but the same balance will come and sit in bills receivable. Eradu asset. Sir, then what is the use of bills receivable? I already told you. What happens with bills receivable is I can go to the bank and ask them to discount this bill. Discount means what? Take this bill and give me the money. Again, in that I also told you two types of bills discounting. What is that? Recourse, non-recourse. Recourse means what? If the debtor goes to Dubai, bank will come behind me. Understanding? Sir, simple logic artha madkoli. Now, you have to, your friend has to pay you the money. Clear? A friend has to pay you the money. So what he will do? You will make one white paper. He will write down, you will pay me. When you will pay? He will say after 1 week. Write down after 1 week. This is called as drawing the bill. Now you are drawing the bill. Why? Because you need to receive the money. Ella baritira. You will pay me after 1 week. Say for example, I will pay you next Tuesday. Date, everything. How much? 100 rupees. Now you will go to your friend. Ask him to sign on this. He signs. Clear? Now you need, suddenly what happened? On Wednesday, you need urgent 100 rupees. Your friend said you will pay on Tuesday. Now you need urgent money. Correct or no? So what he will do? He will take that bill, whatever your friend has signed, and go to the bank and say, see boss, I will have to get 100 rupees from my friend next Tuesday, coming Tuesday. But right now I am in need of money. So do one thing, keep this bill and give me 100 rupees. Banker will say, okay boss, I will pay you only 97 rupees. Why? Because 3 rupees is my commission. Okay, fine. What will banker do then? Banker will wait till Tuesday. When Tuesday comes, that banker will directly go to your friend and they will meet your friend and say, give me the money. The friend will say, what are you? Who are you? Why I should give you? Then what banker will do? Banker will give that bills receivable document. You have promised your friend, no? Now your friend has taken money from me and gave this document. Clear? So pay me the money. Then friend realizes, oh, okay, fine. Friend says, okay, and he pays. Done and dusted. Transaction closed. Clear? Now, friend says, no. Friend is saying, 100 rupees, I can't pay. Do whatever you want to do. Now, here, two options will come. One, if the bills has been discounted on recourse basis. What basis? Recourse. The name itself says recourse. Correct? So, what happens? The banker will say, okay, you will not pay. Fine. Banker will straight away come to me and say, your friend, stupid fellow, is not ready to pay me. Now you pay me because I have already paid. Now I need to pay 100 rupees to the bank. 100 rupees I need to pay, not 97. 100 only I need to pay. This is called as recourse, where banker will not take any responsibility. Who will take the responsibility? The person who has drawn the bill will take the responsibility. The person who has drawn the bill will take the responsibility. Now, there is one more case called as non-recourse. You go to the bank, 100 rupees, bank says, I will pay you 94 rupees. Sir, why suddenly from 97 to 94? Non-recourse, no? Risk will be with the bank. What risk, sir? 6 rupees is bank's commission. Why 6 rupees? Simple. Banker will go to your friend, 100 rupees you pay. He says, no, I will not pay. Banker can't come back to me. He can't come back to me. It is left to banker and my friend. Do whatever you want to do with him. Clear? That is called as non-recourse. In case of non-recourse, the commission will be higher. Why? Risk jada. Risk factor is high. Correct or no? Jasti risk. Nin friend Dubai godre, gone. Correct or no? So that is how. So this is overall bills receivable. Now, when I receive the bills, this is the reason why we move from debtors to bills receivable, because I will be in urgent need of money. I want to take that bills receivable and go to the bank and discount it. Am I clear? Everybody is following? So now, when my debtor gives me bills receivable, that means what? From debtor balance will come down, bills receivable balance will go up. Now, bills receivable balance will go up. Now, what is the balance coming down? Debtor. So, when asset balance comes down, it will be credited. Correct or no? So, to debtor. Clear? Everybody is understanding? How much? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Next. A machinery purchase 10,000 was entered in purchase day book, your favorite. Correct or no? Now what is the entry? Machinery account should have been debited, but what you have debited? Purchase account. So what should come in? Machinery should come in. What should go out? Purchase should go out. Purchase was debited, so to send it out you will credit it. So what is the entry? Machinery account debit to purchase account. So the entry is simple. Machinery account debit to purchase account. Amount 10,000. Done and dusted. Clear? Understanding everybody? Any doubts in this? All the entries are clear, no? Now they have prepared a suspense account as well. Whatever suspense has been hit, it will be taken total. They are telling this as balancing figure. Why? Because they don't know. In question they have not given how much is suspense account. If they would have given, that would be this much. Clear? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ. ಸೇಮ್ ಅಪ್ಪ, ಲೆಜರ್ they prepared ಅಷ್ಟೇ. They prepared the ledger. See, this balance should come from where? Trial balance. Correct or no? There you would have created the suspense account. This is that balance. That balance will get automatically adjusted with all the errors and your suspense account will get closed. Clear? Understanding? Next question. A bookkeeper finds the difference in trial balance amounting to 1,000. Now they have given how much is the suspense account? 1,000. Clear? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೇನಲ್ಲ? And puts it in the suspense account. That means 1,000 rupees is the value of suspense account. Later on he detects the following errors. Purchased goods from Ravi 15,000 but entered into sales book. Same error. What error? Article error. Your article will do this error. Correct or no? So what is the actual entry they have recorded? Ravi account debit to correct appa? What is the correct entry? Purchase account debit to Ravi. Correct? 15,000, 15,000. Right? Now what should go out? Sales should go out. Correct? To send it out, what I will do? Sales account debit. Right or no? What should come in? Purchase. So where it should come? Debit. So debit it. Correct appa? Everybody is following? Now Ravi should come on which side? Credit side. Which side is coming? Debit side. So let's record Ravi on credit side. But how much Ravi should be on credit side? 15,000. But understand, Ravi was already debited with 15,000. If you credit Ravi with 15,000, this and this will get nullified. But how much balance you want? 15,000. Correct or no? So this 15,000 to be reversed. Correct? Yes. So that 15,000 plus you need credit balance of 15,000. Correct or no? So that 15,000 put together. Clear? One more check. Debit total, credit total should always match. Am I clear? Yes. Next. Received one bill for 25,000 from Arun but recorded in bills payable. Received one bill from 25,000 from Arun but recorded in bills payable. Received the bill andrenu? He accepted and gave it back. So it should have been bills receivable. But what has happened? Bills payable ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿದೆ. Correct ಅಲ್ವಪ್ಪ? Everybody is understanding or no? So what is the actual entry? The actual entry, what they have recorded is Ravi account debit to bills payable. Correct or no? How much? 25,000. Correct or no? What is the correct entry? Bills receivable account debit to Ravi. 25. Correct? Now, what has to go out? Bills payable go out. What has to come in? Bills receivable come in. Correct? So first we'll do that. Bills receivable has to come on the debit side. So bills receivable account debit 25,000. Now bills payable was earlier credited, but it has to go out. So what I will do? Debit it. So bills payable account debit 25,000. Correct? Huh? Who has to come on the credit side? Ravi. Correct or no? So to Ravi 25,000. That is this. Plus he has already been debited with 25,000. No, that has to be also reversed. So if you debited, you need to reverse. What you will do? Credit. So plus. Clear? Everybody is understanding? So total 50-50 tallied. Next. An item of 3,500 relating to prepaid rent account was omitted to be bought forward. Now what is prepaid rent? Rent paid in advance. Correct or no? Asset. Yes. Rent which is paid in advance. ಅಂದರೆ ಮುಂದಿನ ತಿಂಗಳ ರೆಂಟ್ ಇವಾಗಲೇ ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಯಾಕೆ ದುಡ್ಡು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇತ್ತು ಸರ್, ಕಟ್ಟಿಬಿಟ್ಟೆ ಸರ್. Correct or no? So I had extra money, I have already paid. So what they are telling is rent paid of 3,500 was not recorded at all. Clear? So if you want to record, what you will do? Simple, sir. Suspense account is already opened. No entry. Actual. What is the entry? Ashte. Sir, prepaid rent is an asset account. When asset goes up, it will be debited. So what is the amount? 3,000. Clear? Next. An item of 2,000 in respect of purchase return had been wrongly entered in the purchase book. What is happening? Purchase return. But what we have done? Purchase anta ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. We have returned the goods, but we have recorded it as purchase. So what is the actual entry? What is the actual entry we have done? What they are trying to tell in the question is, it is actually purchase return, but they have done it as purchase. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಗೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗಿದೆ. Only thing they have done error is in putting it instead of in purchase day book, they have put it in the purchase book. So how do you rectify it? Listen to me carefully. What is the actual entry? Purchase return account. Sorry. What is the entry they have done? Purchase account debit. But what should have happened? To purchase return ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. Correct? Everybody? They are telling the party has been recorded correctly. So let's not worry about that. Only they have done is entering into purchase day book. Correct? Yes? So what we have to do? Purchase account has been debited. It needs to be reversed. Correct or no? So what we need to do to reverse? Credit it. Correct or no? Sorry. Great. Next. We need this on the credit side. Correct or no? So to purchase. Clear? How much amount? 2,000. 2,000. 2,000. What will come on the suspense? Sorry, what will come on the debit side? Suspense. Sir, there is no suspense. You answered it. Correct or no? Next. 25,000 paid to Hari against our acceptance was debited to Hari's account. 25,000 paid to Hari against our acceptance. Understand? Very subtly they are telling you. What they are telling you? There was no balance in Hari. Why? Because from Hari we have shifted it to bills payable. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದನಾ? When we make the payment to Hari, if Hari was our creditor, and when we make the payment, what we would have done? Hari account debit to bank account. But here Hari account is not there. Why? Because we have accepted. That means what? Hari account has already been shifted to bills payable. Acceptance. We have given acceptance. Acceptance means the one who needs to pay. Correct or no? So from creditor we have shifted him to bills payable. Correct or no? Now what happened? Bills payable has been issued. Andre now our bill kottidhivi. But when you actually pay the money, where the balance should have come down from? Bills payable. Correct or no? Artha agtadillappa. From Hari account the balance has been shifted to bills payable. Now when you make the payment, which balance should come down? Bills payable balance should come down. But what you have done, instead of reducing the bills payable, you have reduced someone else's account called as Harish. Artha agtadena? Hari no alla, Harish. You don't know who is Harish. But instead of hitting it to bills payable, forget about hitting it to bills payable. Except if you, even if you would have hit it Hari account also, it would have been fine. But ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ? ಯಾವುದೋ ಹರೀಶಿಗೆ ಹೊಡೆದಿದ್ದೀರಾ. So what is the actual entry you have recorded? You andre ಇವಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ, your articles, don't worry. What is the entry you have actually recorded? Harish account debit to bills payable ಅಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ, ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್. ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ ತಾನೆ, ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ದು. Correct or no? Now how much? 75,000. 25,000. This is the entry we have recorded. What should be actual entry? Correct or no? Anybody wants a backstory entry for this? You want me to explain it in entry? Sir, I had to pay Hari. How much? 25,000. So Hari was my creditor. What Hari did? Hari came up with bill, which I accepted. When I accepted, Hari balance should come down. And what balance should go up? Bills payable balance should go up. So what is the entry I would have recorded? Hari account debit to bills payable. Hari is a creditor. When creditor balance comes down, it will be debited. Bills payable is again a liability. When liability goes up, it will be credited. What we are actually doing, we are merely shifting from creditor to bills payable. Ashte. Artha agtadena? Now this is the back story. Now for this bills payable, whatever you have created, no, you have actually made the payment. So when you actually make the payment against this bills payable, what is the actual correct entry? It should have come this entry. Correct or no? Bills payable account debit to bank account. But what has happened? You went to client place. That time article recorded this entry. Correct? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೇನ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಈಗ? Now what should happen? Sir, what should happen is bills payable should come inside. Correct? Everybody? Bank is correct, sir. No issue with the bank. What should go out, sir? Hari should go out. Correct? So what is the entry? Bills payable debit to Harish. 25,000. 25,000. Am I clear? Everybody is understanding? Next, bills received from Janaki for repairs done to radio 2500. Bills received from Janaki. That means what? Bills receivable from Janaki. For how much? 2500. And radio supplied for 45,000. Andre, we are now radio sellers, or we are supplying the radio. Were entered in the purchase book as 46,000. Listen to me carefully. Bills received from Janaki was how much? 2500. And the radio supplied was how much? 45,000. Was entered in the purchase book as 46,000. What has actually happened? Can you tell me? Break the transaction. First transaction. Sir, bills receivable from Janaki for repairs. Correct? Now, what is the entry you should have recorded? Huh? Tell me, tell me. Okay. Okay, fine, fine. I'll give you 1 minute. Read it 3-4 times. Pass an entry. Whatever you know, correct or tappa. We'll see it later. Both this 2500 and this 45,000 as entered in purchase day book as 46,000. That is the overall mistake they have done. First thing is, both are not a purchase transaction. That you should be clear. But they have entered it in purchase. ಅದು ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಇರಲಿ, ಜಾನಕಿನೋ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು, ನೀವು ಯಾಕೆ ಜಾನಕಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜಾನಕಿ ಬರೀರಿ. Assume it is for Janaki only. Do the entry. See, ultimately your entry should come correct. Whether it is for Janaki or whether it is for Sublakshmi, how does it matter? If you can't write down entire entry in one go, break it and write it. First rectify the repair entry, then you can rectify the supply entry. There is no restriction that you have to write entire answer in one go only. So this has not been given in any exam. Correct? Huh? We'll see. And I explain, you tell me whether you have done correctly. Okay, let me do one more activity. I will show you the solution. You will need to explain me the equation now. Huh? No. Without narration, but narration all you explain ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ. Tell me. This is the entry they have recorded. Asset. I'll tell you. See here. Bills received from Janaki for repairs done to radio 2500. Clear? And radio supplied for 45,000. Now understand here, this is the problem with the questions. You should be very careful while you read the question. Here, this bills received from Janaki is not about your bills payable, bills receivable. It is invoice. It is invoice. Understanding? That is why if you look carefully, even in your previous questions, why reading the question is important. They will clearly write drawn, accepted. Understanding? They just write bills received from Janaki for repairs done to radio 2500 and radio supplied 45,000 were entered in purchase book. Here, this is one more hint for you to consider that as invoice, because it is your classic mistake. Whenever you purchase an asset, you enter in purchase day book. Error. Hello. So this bills received is actually invoices received from her. So Janaki is somebody to whom we have given our radio to repair and we purchased one radio from her. Understood now? Janaki is somebody from whom we have repaired our radio and we have also purchased our new radio. And what you have done? Repair as well as radio, both you have entered into purchase. Hello? Wake up everybody. Now, what is the entry you might have actually recorded now? You have recorded it as purchase account debit to how much? 46,000. Correct? But what they are telling is Janaki account bitpidi, adu correct ide. They are telling Janaki account you have recorded correctly as 47,500. Sir, henge sir debit to credit match agtilla. That is the error, no? That is the error which you need to rectify. Correct? Understanding? So, what they have done, they have recorded it like this. Now, purchase account debit agbekitta? No. What should have been debited? Repairs and radio. Radio is an asset. Repair is an expenses. Yeah, not understanding. Which part? You understood at least this is our purchases. Sir, I'll come back. bills received is nothing but invoice which has been received from Janaki. Janaki came to us and gave us the invoices. So showing what? Repairs 2500, new radio 45,000. So how much is total payable to Janaki? 47,500. This part is clear. Everybody understood? Clear? Artha aitane idu? Now what should be the entry you should have recorded? You should have recorded like this. The entry which you should have recorded is repair account debit 2500. Correct, appa? It is an expenses. When expense goes up, it will be debited. So she has charged us for repair. So we are going to pay her for repair. How much? 2500. Next second line item. We have purchased the radio. Correct or no, from Janaki? So when we purchase a radio, that radio will become our asset. So when we purchase an asset balance will go up. So what is the entry we should have recorded? How much? To whom we should pay? Janaki. ಈ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ನಾವು ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ? ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ? ಇದನ್ನ ಎರಡು ತೆಗೆದುಬಿಟ್ಟು they have removed this entirely, and what they have recorded? They have recorded both these entries as how much they have recorded purchase account debit? 45,000 ಅಲ್ಲ, 2,500 ಅಲ್ಲ, ತಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಫಿಗರ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಟು ಜಾನಕಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ? ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ಇದನ್ನ ಅವ್ರು ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು. ಇದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ. Now how will you rectify? Simple. Now same. Repair has to come in. Repair ಒಳಗೆ ಬರ್ಬೇಕಲ್ವಪ್ಪ? So what should come in will be debited in that position. So repair account debit. How much is that? Correct? Everybody? Yes. Now radio account should also come in. So that should also be purchase should get out. So what? Earlier it was debited. Now to send it out, what you will do? Credit it. Correct? Next, Janaki is sitting correctly. Correct or no? Now you total this side. What is the total? What is the total difference? Sir, where did this difference arrive? The difference arrived because of this entry. Here debit and credit didn't match. Clear? Artha agtadena? Everybody is understanding? Yes. Because of that, difference has been created. Difference has been created on which side? Here the difference has been created on the debit side, and that difference is sitting in suspense account on the debit side. Now to reverse that, what you have to do? Credit suspense account, which we have done here. I'll show you next. I'll come to that. I'll help you. Don't worry. Idu artha aita ellarigu? Sir, because of this misentry, suspense account has been opened 1500. Now how to close suspense account? Which side suspense account was opened? On the debit side. Now automatically it will come on the credit side and gets closed. Now come to suspense account. Let's sort out your suspense. The suspense find out manana iga. Yes? Yeah. Now let's start. What was the suspense account balance, appa? 1,000 rupees, 1,500, 1,000, no? 1,000, sir. opening balance, sir. Suspense account. When he prepared trial balance, sir. His trial balance suspense figure was 1000 rupees. Now let's write down first credit, debit. What are the credit suspense total? What are the debit suspense total? Come on. First one. Did we credit or debit any suspense here? No. So suspense is not involved. Second one. Did we credit or debit any suspense? Illa nodbidanappa nange bardiದ್ದು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. Did we credit or debit any suspense here? No. Here? No. Here? Yes. Which side? Credit side. So here we can write 3500. Correct or no? Credited. 2. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೇನಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಬಿಟೆಡಾ? ಎಸ್, ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ಇಸ್ ಫಾಲೋಯಿಂಗ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಸಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಸರ್, ಇದೆ ಸರ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಟೋಟಲ್ what is the difference? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು ತಾನೆ? ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ or no? Clear, no? Pakka? Or should you want me to draw in the ledger itself? I'll show you. Credit side will come on the debit side in the suspense account. By, let's say, just for your example, XYZ, how much? 3500. By ABC, 1500. Illi 2 1 ulta bardnalappa. 2 I am writing ulta, guys. You need to help me. Illi by bartade. By ABC by XYZ, how much? 3500. 1500. Correct or no? Credited appa. Suspense account is credited, so we'll start on the credit side. Clear? Next, idu 2 1 2 3 4000. Clear? Along with that, there was a balance. Correct or no? From trial balance. So 2 balance. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೇನಲ್ವಾ? Now total it. Finish. Suspense account closed. There is no balance carry forward. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ? Processing still. Now process it. Sir, suspense account will get closed only. The whole idea of suspense account is what? You have done some error. Now you will find out that error. When you find out that error, automatically that suspense will keep going out, no? So your suspense balance was showing only 1000 rupees. Sir, then my error also should be only 1000 rupees. No, sir. No. There will be multiple errors. Each gets compensated against each other. And finally, the net balance was 1000 rupees. But if you see all the errors, ultimately your 1000 rupees will get closed. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೇನಾ? So your credit side contributed to 5000, your debit side contributed to 4000, plus already 1000 was there in the trial balance, so your account will get closed. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ? Sir, andre in simple terms I'll tell you, sir, my total errors were on the credit side 5000. Clear? And my total error on the debit side was 4000. That is why net effect I was getting only 1000 as a difference in trial balance. Hello? Total error on the credit side was 5000. Total error on the debit side was 4000. Which side? The balance was 1000. That was why in trial balance only 1000 rupees came. Understanding? Now, how did that 1000 come? This is the explanation. 3000, 5000, 3000 plus 1500 plus 4000. That is how your 1000 difference came, and that is getting knocked off. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ. Next, problem number 9, 10 marks, 2019. Correct the following errors without opening a suspense account and with opening a suspense account. Yes, I will give you 6 questions. I'll give you 12 minutes. 1 entry, 1 minute. Okay, 15 minutes. Okay, 3 minutes bonus. Now, how to do without suspense account? Sir, suspense account ಏನು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯಿತು, that we will directly do it. Now, how to do it without opening a suspense account? Okay, let's do one thing. You prepare with suspense account. I will explain you without suspense account. ಆಯ್ತಾ? Happy? You do it with suspense. I'll explain you without suspense. Any doubts? How many of you have completed at least 3? Last minute, then time over. Done? Yes, the first one. The sales book has been total 2100 short. What is the entry upper that you will record? Suspense account, no, we are seeing. Correct. Sales book has been totaled short, andre undervaluation. Sales has been unnecessarily shown less when it should be shown more. By how much? By 2100. Correct or no? So our sales is an income account. Income has to go up. When income goes up, it will be credited to sales account. Debit will be suspense account. Clear? Suspense account debit to sales account 2100. Any doubts in this? Simple. Next, goods worth 1800 returned by Gaurav and Co have not been recorded anywhere. That means what? The transaction itself was omitted completely. Now what you have to do? Record the transaction. Sales return account debit to Gaurav and Co. When you do sales, sales will be credited. When there is a sales return, then sales return will be debited. Why? Because reduction in the income, decrease in the income is nothing but sales return. Artha agtadena? Sales return account debit to Gaurav and Co. Is it clear? Any doubts in this? Huh? Next. Goods purchased 2250 have been posted to the debit of supplier Sen Brothers. What has happened? The error, I will explain it to you. Listen to me carefully. What is the correct entry? Purchase account debit to Sen. How much? 2000. They have done the entry correctly. Entry ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಪ್ಪಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. Then ತಪ್ಪೆಲ್ಲಾಗಿದೆ ಸರ್? ತಪ್ಪೆಲ್ಲಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಬುಕ್ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟಾ ಸೇನ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಟು ಸೇನ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಹಿಯರ್ ವಾಟ್ ದೇ ಶುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡನ್? ಬೈ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆನಾ? ಟು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾವು ಹೌ ಡು ಯು ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈ ಇಟ್? You rectify it by posting a rectification entry. What is that rectification? Idu correct ide allappa. This part is correct. Only you need rectification for this part. So this has to get reversed. Correct. And the balance should be rectified. How do you do it? Purchase in baralama, purchase correct record agbitide. Purchase is correctly recorded. There is no purchase account involved because purchase is perfectly recorded. What will come? Suspense account will come to Sen Brothers. Now look at the amount. It is double. Why double? Understand. Come back here. Where did it go? Yeah. Now what should have actually happened? By Sen account 2250 ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. Correct? This is the correct recording. But what they have done? They have recorded it on the debit side. Am I correct or no? ಅರ್ಥಾಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಅರ್ಥಾಗ್ತದೆ ತಾನೆ? I have recorded it here. I should have recorded it here. Now, if I would have recorded correctly, then I will have 2250 here. And the balancing figure would have come here. Correct? But look at now. What is happening? Where is my balancing figure coming here? Is that correct? No. This is not correct. Howdallapa? Creditor will always have a credit balance. But what balance we are having? Wrong. Correct or no? So how do you rectify it? Now this 2250 has to be reversed. So we will credit purchases, sir? No. Purchase has been recorded correctly. Problem is only in Sen Gupta account. So if you credit purchases, then again you will have to record here again. ಅರ್ಥಾಗ್ತದಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ? If you credit purchases, then again here you have to record again to Sen Gupta. That will be wrong. Here already accounting is correct. Only error is this side. So instead of purchases, we'll open another account called as suspense. Now if we record 2250, then this and this get nullified. Balance will be 0. But do we need to have a balance or we need to make it 0? We need to have the balance. Correct or no? Yeah, so this 2250 will become, then we will have credit balance. ಅರ್ಥಾಗ್ತದೆನಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2250. Now creditor account should always have a credit balance. Are we getting it? Yes. Sir, then it will be wrong. No, sir, it will not be wrong, sir. Ultimately, your balancing figure will come to 2250, which is the balance should have remained in the Sen and Brothers account. Yeah, ಅರ್ಥಾಗ್ತಿದೆಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ? Hello? Any doubts, online students? Clear? Not understood? Only error was done in Sen Brothers. No error was in purchase account. That is why you can't use purchase ledger. Clear? If you would have used instead of suspense as purchase ledger, again here I should have recorded one more. That time it would have been overstatement. Correct or no? Yeah, ಅರ್ಥಾಗ್ತದಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ? Okay, next. See, usually if the journal entry itself is wrong, no, both entries will be wrong. Both sides it will be wrong. Here what they are telling you, observe carefully. Goods purchased 2250 have been posted. Posted means what? Where you will post? Arthaita? Understanding? And here you see carefully, posted to the debit of suppliers. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಪೋಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ ಸಪ್ಲೈಯರ್ಸ್ ಏನ್ ಅಕೌಂಟಿಗೆ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಹೊಡೆಯೋದ್ರ ಬದಲು ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಹೊಡೆದಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೇನಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಫರ್ನಿಚರ್ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಮೇರಿ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಟ್ಸ್ 15,000 has been entered in the purchase day book. Classic entry, just reversal. Correct or no? Furniture account debit to purchase account, no change. Next, discount received from black and white 1200 has not been entered in the books. Transaction has been omitted. Record the transaction, black and white to discount received. Sir, why discount received is credited, sir? Income, sir. When income goes up, it will be credited. From whom you are receiving the discount? Creditor. When you receive discount from creditor, his balance will come down. Because creditor balance will come down, liability account, when it comes down, it will be debited. Clear or no? Next, discount allowed to Radhe Mohan and Co. 180 has not been entered in the discount column of the cash book. However, the account of Radhe Mohan Co has been correctly posted. So only problem is in discount. So we need to record only discount. Discount allowed is a expenses. So expense will be debited. And where will the credit go? ರಾಧೆ ಮೋಹನಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ? ರಾಧೆ ಮೋಹನ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೇನಾ? ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್? ನೌ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಸಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸರ್. ವಾಟ್ ಟು ಡೂ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಸಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸರ್? ಸಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನೋ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ರಿ ಸರ್. ಹೌ ಟು ಡೂ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಸಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್? ಸಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ this entry is without suspense. Correct or no? This entry is without suspense. This entry is without suspense. This and this. So 3 entries with suspense, 3 entries without suspense. Now what to do without suspense, sir? In this case what happens is suspense account illa. Correct or no? Now then what to do, sir? Now go back to the mistake which they have done. What mistake they have done? Sir, sales book has been totaled 2100 short. Totaling error. Totaling error ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೆಸರೇನು? Casting. Forgot? Wrong casting. Have we not discussed this? So what is the error? Wrong casting. So instead of suspense account, what will come? By wrong casting. Ashte. Now don't write the journal entry in that case like wrong casting account debit to sales account. Bare avashyakate illa. Just one sentence you write down, by wrong casting account amount. Ashte. What is the error? That error you need to write. Now by a to a, that should be careful. If it is debit, you use by. Artha agtadena? Everybody is following? Sir, here suspense account was debited. So here we use by. ಲೆಡ್ಜರ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಅದೇ ರೂಲ್ ತಾನೆ. ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಎಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಬೈ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಹೊಸದು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ತರ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, what is the next entry which has suspense? This one, to Sen Brothers. And what is the entry appa? Goods purchase have been posted to the debit of supplier Sen Brothers. What is the error? Posting error. Correct or no? Wrong side posting error. You should have posted on which side? Debit side. Sorry, credit side. But what side you have posted? Debit side. So error is wrong posting error. Clear? Or wrong side posting. Whatever you want to use it. Error ಬರಿಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತಪ್ಪ? ಡೆಬಿಟಾ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟಾ? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿ ಡೆಬಿಟಾ? ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್? ಬೈ ರಾಂಗ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ನಾವು ಡೋಂಟ್ ರೈಟ್ ಟು ಸೇನ್ ಬ್ರದರ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎರರ್, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, discount allowed to suspense account. How much? Discount allowed to Radhe Mohan and Co 180 has been not entered in the discount column of the cash book. However, Radhe Mohan has been correctly entered. Andre ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದಿರಿ ನೀವು? You omitted the transaction to be recorded in discount column. Correct or no? What is the error? Error of omission. Correct or no? So what is the entry will do? Instead of suspense, write down it as transaction discount omitted. Ashte. Or omitted. Transaction omitted. Whatever is the error, you name that error. 2 na bhaiya. 2. Credit side. Artha aita? Simple. See here. 2 omission of entry 180. Then where is one more entry? By errors in posting 4500. By wrong totaling of sales book. Clear? Is everybody understanding? Following? Yes? Little difficult suddenly, but if you look at very carefully, suspense account ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಆ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ಆನೆಸ್ಟ್, ಸಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಗಿನ ಈಸಿ ಬರೆಯೋದು. ಏನಿದೆ ಎರರ್ ಏನಿದೆ ನೇಮ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರೀರಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಬಿ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಬೈ ಅಂಡ್ ಟು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ವಾಟ್ ಡೌಟ್? Understood, no? Next, problem number 11, problem number 13, 14, 17. All these things, 1 second, I will do one more problem. This 17 I will do. Please try to solve this sum. Problem number 11. If you want to take a photo, you can take a photo. If you already have notes, it's fine. Otherwise, you can take a photo. Homework. Quickly take a screenshot. Problem number 11. June 2024, 12 marks. Sir, we didn't have descriptive, sir. How it is coming, sir? Till when descriptive was there? From when descriptive? This is June 2024. So that time it was MCQ. How it came? It came in executive. From there, now syllabus has been slowly shifted here, no, a little bit. Now it will come to you. Ashte. Done? 13. Next. 13 is also homework. You should do the homework and ping me for any doubts. Online students can ping me here tomorrow's class. Offline students can come and show the answers. Any doubts, you can come to me. If you got answers correctly, well, very well done. Don't copy. Problem number 13. Done? Problem number 14. Problem number 14. Which all problems I gave? 11, 13, 14. GST I will explain, but take it as homework. A small concept, don't worry. Problem number 14. I'll explain, don't worry. Now first let's solve problem number 17. Before we leave the class, then we'll discuss GST and then we'll... Problem number 17. Yes? Miss Daisy was unable to agree the trial balance last year and wrote off the difference to P&L account of that year. So where did she write the difference to? P&L account. On verifying the old books by chartered accountant next year, the following mistakes were found. Clear? What are the mistakes? Purchase account was undercast by 8,000. Sale of goods to Mr. Rahim was 2,500, omitted to be recorded. Both are impacting which account? One is sales, one is purchases. Where will ultimately sales and purchase go to? So where will this adjustment go to? P&L adjustment account. Explained or new concept? Explained. Receipt of cash from Mr. Ashok was posted to the account of Mr. Anbu 1200. So what has happened? ದುಡ್ಡು ಬಂದಿರೋದು ಅಶೋಕ್ ಇಂದ, ಬಟ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ಅನ್ಬು. ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡು? ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ದ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ. ಯಾವ್ದು ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಯಾವ್ದು ಒಳಗೆ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು ಅದನ್ನ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಆರ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್. Amount of 4,167 of sales were wrongly posted as 4,617. Again, sales, where it will come? P&L. So again the adjustment will have to be done through P&L. Repairs to machinery was debited to machinery account 1,800. Repairs to machinery. What is it? Is it a capital expenditure or revenue expenditure? Recurring or non-recurring? Recurring or non-recurring? Recurring, no. Repairs can happen anytime. Yes or no? So if it is recurring, it should go to P&L. But what they have done? Machinery account. That means they have added it to the cost of the machinery, which is wrong. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಸರ್. ರಿಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರ ಬದಲಿ ಮೆಷಿನರಿ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೈ ಮೆಷಿನರಿ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಅಪ್, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ರಾಂಗ್. It should have gone to expenses. Understanding everybody? Again, what is impacting? One is machinery, one is your expenses. P&L, correct or no? P&L adjustment. ಹೌದಾ ಇಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ? A credit purchase of goods from Mr. Paul 3000 entered as sale. Again impact in P&L. So whatever impact is having in P&L will go to P&L adjustment. Correct or no? So shall we see the first entry? Purchase account was undercast by 8000. So what is the, if it was in the current year, what is the entry you would have recorded? Hodilappa. You would have done rectification like this. Now instead of purchase, P&L adjustment account debit to suspense account. Clear? Whichever is impacting per P&L will go to directly P&L adjustment account. Artha aita? Suspense will remain as suspense only. Now suspense P&L change agalla, but income and expenses will go to P&L adjustment account. Next, sale of goods to Mr. Rahim for 2500 was omitted to be recorded. Now what is the entry? If this year you want to rectify, what you would have done? Rahim account debit to sales. Correct? Income item ಯಾವ್ದು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ? So it will be to P&L adjustment. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ? Only income and expense item will go to P&L adjustment account. Rest everything remains the same. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಅವತ್ತು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಥಿಯರಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, receipt of cash from Mr. Ashok was posted to the account of Mr. Anbu. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಕಮು ಇಲ್ಲ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸು ಇಲ್ಲ. It is just a mere inter-party reconciliation. Correct or no? What was the correct entry? What should be the correct entry you would have recorded? Cash account debit. How much? 1200 to Mr. Ashok. But what you have recorded? Cash account debit 1200 to Mr. Anbu. So what should come in? Ashok should come in. What should go out? Anbu should go out. So to go out, what I have to do? Anbu debit, Ashok credit. There is no income and expense item, so no P&L adjustment account. Everybody? Next. Amount of 4167 sales was wrongly posted as 4617. ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿದೇವ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಿದೇವ ಸೇಲ್? What was my actual sale? 4167. What is actually posted? 4617. How much increase? Find out much difference. Find out 450. So we have inflated our sales. Correct or no? We have inflated our sales by how much? Andre we have shown our sales extra by how much? 450. Now if you want to reverse, how you would have done in the current year? Sales account debit 450 to suspense account. Yaudillappa? You have shown sales extra. Now that extra has to be taken out. So if you want to reduce your sales, what you would do? Sales is an income account. Income account should be debited when the income has to come down. Correct or no? Hello? So sales account debit to suspense account. But idu next year ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ. So sales account will not come. What will come? ಅಷ್ಟೇ. So P&L adjustment account to suspense account. Logic is simple, sir. All the income and expense account should not be debited or credited. Instead of that, you have to debit or credit P&L adjustment account ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ? Now next, repairs to machinery was debited to machinery account. Correct? Now, what is the correct entry you should have recorded? Repairs account debit to cash account. What you have recorded? Machinery account debit to cash account. Correct? If you wanted to rectify in the current year, how you would have rectified? Repair account to be kicked out, machinery account to be bought in. Correct? Sorry, ulta. Machinery account have to be kicked out, repair account has to be bought in. Correct or no? So what is the entry you should have passed? Repair account debit to machinery account. This in the current year, but we are in the next year. So what we will do? This will remain as it is because it is an asset, but this is an expenditure account, so it will go to. So entry P&L adjustment account to machinery account. Clear? Next. Credit purchase of goods from Mr. Paul 3000 entered as sales. Correct? When you purchase, what is the entry you record? Purchase account debit to what you have recorded? Paul account debit to sales. Correct or no? What should go out? What should come in? Purchase should come in, sale should go out, and Paul should also come on the credit side. So what is the rectification entry you would have passed? Sales account debit, purchase account debit to Paul. But carefully listen. Here 3000, here 3000. Correct? But if I just write 3000, what will happen? It will get cancelled out. Correct or no? So what I will do? I will double the amount. Howda? Yes or no? Now instead of sales 3000, purchase 3000 and total, this is the entry which I should have recorded in the year in which error would have happened. But we are in the next year. So what I will do? This total put together, I will say P&L adjustment account. Ashte. So P&L adjustment account debit to Paul account 6000. Everybody? Yes? Now, sir, what to do this P&L adjustment account, sir? After we have done all the entry, now what if the balance remains in P&L adjustment? Balance will remain in P&L adjustment. What to do? Sir, if this P&L adjustment would have done in the last year, where would have been the impact in P&L account? Correct or no? And whatever P&L is done, we get profit or loss. Where we will transfer that to? Correct, in balance sheet where? Asset. The profit or losses will be transferred to which account? Capital account. It belongs to whom? Owner, no? Class profit or loss is whose owners? So all the P&L account balance will be transferred to capital account. Correct or no? Yes. So now also the P&L adjustment should be transferred to owner, capital. Clear? So you look at here. First P&L account debited 8000. This is debit. This is credit. Correct? And here again debit, debit, debit. What is the debit total? 8000 plus 6000 is 14,000. 14,000 plus 15,800. Correct or no? Then plus 450. That will be 2,250. Correct? Huh? Yes. So 2,250 on the debit side. How much on the credit side? 2,500. Correct? Yes. So difference 250. Which side balance will be? Debit balance. How they look? Sir, account debit side total 2,250, credit side total 2,500. The balancing figure will come here. So it will be to capital account. So journal entry will be P&L adjustment account debit to capital account. Processed, not processed. Debit side total is nothing but debit side total. Credit side total is nothing but credit side total. Wherever the balancing figure will come, it will go to capital account. It can be to capital or it can be by capital. To capital andrenu profit ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ because of this adjustment. By capital andrenu profit loss ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. When you want to transfer the profit, what is the entry you do? Profit and loss account debit to capital account. When you want to transfer the loss, what you will do? Loss account debit to capital account. Yes, what is your doubt? Hello, the closing entries of P&L. Look here carefully. ಯಾರ್ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಇದು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. This is our income. This is our expenses in P&L account. This total will be 35,000. This total will be 25,000. But both should match, correct or no? So the difference will go to capital account. To capital ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ನಾವು ಏನು ಬರಿತೀವಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಅಂದರೆ to net profit. That will be. Now what to do with this net profit, sir? This net profit has to be transferred to capital account. So what I will do? P&L account debit to capital account. In other words, you just consider this net profit as ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಲಾಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. By net loss, this net loss get added or deducted to capital account. So in other words, this is as good as, correct or no? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೇನಪ್ಪ? ಇದೇ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಈ ಸೈಡ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಬಂದರೆ ಲಾಭ, ಈ ಸೈಡ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಬಂದರೆ ಲಾಸ್. Now in our case it was a profit. Profit in not exact profit, but because of the adjustment our income is higher than our expenses. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Similarly, they have closed the suspense account also. And any difference in suspense account balance remaining will also be transferred to capital account. Am I clear? ಯಾವ ಕಡೆನಾದ್ರೂ ಬರ್ಬೋದು, ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಬರ್ಬೋದು, ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. Done, sir? Understood? So how many problems homework? 11, 13, 14, 3 problems. Any doubts, you can come to me. Okay. Now before winding up and going to the next chapter, quickly understand what is GST. In our country there is a 2 types of taxes. What? 2 types. One is direct tax, one is indirect tax. Yes, not CGST, SGST. Yes, direct tax is something which will be paid on the income earned by the person. Direct tax andre enu? It is in tax paid on the income earned. That means directly hitting to my income. Income idre tax bantu, income illa andre tax illa. Understanding? It is directly proportional to my income. Income goes up, tax goes up. Income comes down, tax will come down. No income, no tax. So it directly has an implication on my earning. How much I earn, based on that tax will be determined. That is why it is called as direct tax. And one more reason why it is called as direct tax is because directly it is collected from me. Government will directly collect from me. Understanding? Now what is indirect tax, sir? Here it is not based on income, nothing. Then what it is based on, sir? Consumption. When you purchase something, you pay the tax. Sir, really? Yes, really. Whatever you purchase, MRP ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ರಿಟೇಲ್ ಪ್ರೈಸ್. ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಒಂದು ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಸಿವ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಸ್. Yes. What does it mean, sir? It means whenever in our country something is sold, there is a tax collected on that sales amount. It can be sale of services, it can be sale of goods. Sir, what is the tax collected, sir? The tax collected is called as GST, goods and service tax. Not good and simple tax. No, it is not. It is goods and service tax. Clear? Of course, our department will promote it as good and simple tax, but it is goods and service tax. Clear? Yes? Okay. Now, what is this GST, sir? GST is simple, sir. Whenever I make sales, I will collect my fees. Say, for example, I have charged you 10,000. So, I will collect 10,000 from you. Along with that, I will collect something called as GST. Say, for example, I collect it at the rate of 18%. How much? So, 10,000 is my fee. On this 18%, that will be 1,800. So, I will collect 11,800 from the customer or client. Now, is this entire 11,800 mine? Answer is no. Yardidu? Sarkaraddu. GST is for government, not for me. Correct or no? So, this 1,800 I have to pay to the government. Understanding? Now, here, understand very carefully. Who is actually paying the tax? I or my client? Client is paying the tax, no? Is the client directly paying to the government? But paying through me. That is why it is called as indirect taxation. Government will not directly collect the tax from the customer. Rather, they will collect it indirectly. Understanding? Yes. Now, what is this GST? We understood. This is the tax on any sale of goods and services. Of course, there are certain goods, there are certain services which are exempt from GST. That is for later discussion, not required as of now. But understand this concept. GST is the tax collected on any sales. Clear? Now, this is a clean example, sir, where you have come to me, I have charged you 10,000, you have paid me the tax, I paid to the government. Clear, sir? Yes, sir. Now, let's say a company comes to me. Clear? Company is also GST registered. I am also GST registered. Right? Now, what happens is I charge same to the company. 10,000 plus 18%, 11,800 I collect. I pay to the government. Now, while paying to the government, I will give the GST number of the company saying, sir, government sir, this is the person who has paid me the tax. Now, government will say, oh, is it? This is the GST number which has paid me tax. Huh? Okay, fine. Now, what government will do is that whatever tax that company has been paid, no, that automatically goes and flows into that company's GST portal. Saying what? Saying you have paid this much tax on your expenditure. Understood, no? Now, as earlier I told you, it is not my income. Ultimately, it is government's. So, I paid to the government. But while paying to the government, in first case, I didn't tell the government that this particular GST number has paid me. Why? Because that person didn't have GST. In second case, that person had GST. So, the person who doesn't have GST is called as consumers. The people or the entities which has GST number are called as businesses. So, the first transaction is called as B2C. The second transaction is called as B2B. Business to business, business to consumer. Remember this point. Ultimately, in our country, GST is borne by the consumers. Who will pay the GST? It is a chain. A chain ultimately end agadu consumers hatrane. Sir, how is that possible? Simple, sir. I charged this company 10,800, 11,800. Now, company has paid me 1,800. I paid to the government. But while paying to the government, I said, this company has paid me the tax 1,800. Now, what that company will do? That company will go and sell the same service to somebody else. Say, now without a GST registration number. Clear? So, I will explain it to you. Say, A, B, C. I sold to B 11,800. GST is there? Yes. GST is there? Yes. No GST. Clear? Now 11,800 ali 1,800 is GST. Now while I sold it, I told the government 1,800 is paid by B. So what government did? Government said, is it? Okay. Then I will show it in B's portal that 1,800 is paid by you. Clear? Now what B will do? B will go to the C and gives the same service. There he charges again 11,800. Let's assume for your understanding. How much in this? Sir, again 1,800 is GST. Clear? Yes. Now B will go to government and say, boss, I have collected GST of 1,800 from C. C is who? C is consumer. No GST number. So government will say, oh, is it? You have paid, already collected 1,800 from consumer. Good, good, good. Pay me. Then the B will say, why should I pay you? I have already paid 1,800, no? Here, this transaction. Again, why I need to pay 1,800? Government says, oh, yes, correct. You have already paid 1,800. This 1,800 is merely collection of what you paid. So you don't pay this 1,800. Why? Because you already paid. So ultimately, who paid 1,800? Artha agtidena? Ultimately, consumer paid 1,800. Understanding? Now, sir, this 1,800 paid, this 1,800 was received. How it is got set off, sir? This 1,800 I paid while I made the purchases. Correct or no? This 1,800 I paid while I received while I made the sales. So, while I purchase something, I pay the GST. While I sell something, I collect the GST. Yeah, when I purchased from A, I paid GST, correct or no? When I sold something, I collected the GST. Understanding? So, this will get set off against each other. So, whatever you pay while purchasing or making expenditure will become your input GST. Clear? Tax collected while receiving the is output GST. In simple terms, if you understand carefully, when you make the purchase, are not the goods coming inside? So it is called as input. The purchase or the expenditure is also services which you are receiving, coming towards you. Correct or no? So whatever GST paid there is called as input. Now when you are selling something, goods are going out, or when you provide services, service is going out, the tax collected on that is called as output. So simple terms, purchases or expenditure, GST is called as input, sales is called as output. Now, sir, when I made the purchases from A, what is the entry I will record? Shall we record the entry? Help me please. Purchase account debit. Don't write 11,800. Why? Because 11,800 I have not paid to the vendor. Of course, in reality, I have paid to the vendor, but ultimately paid to whom? Government. Correct or no? Government will give back to me in my portal. Yes, correct or no? So, is it my asset? 1,800 technically I gave the money to the vendor, but vendor will do what? He will pay it to the government in my name. When he pays to the government in my name, it will automatically come in my portal. So when it comes and sit in my portal, is it not my asset? Correct or not? I can use it anytime I want. It is a resource controlled by me. If I want, I will use it. If I don't want, I will leave it. Correct or no? It is asset. So when asset goes up, it will be debited. Correct? So input GST debit. How much? Clear? To Mr. A. Ashte. ಹೌದಿಲ್ವಪ್ಪ? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೇನಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ? Next, when I sold, what is the entry? Whom did you sell, sir? C. How much you have to collect? 11,800. To sales. How much you have actually sold? Have you sold 11,800? Or you have sold goods worth only 10,000? I have sold goods worth only 10,000. Remaining is what, sir? Remaining is the tax I have collected from him, which I need to again pay to the government. ಹೌದಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ? ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ನಂದ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ದು. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅವ್ರನು? ಕಂದಾಯ ಯಾರ್ದು? ಸರ್ಕಾರದ್ದು. ಸೊ when I collected that money from the customer, is it not my obligation to pay it to the government? Can I keep it with myself? ನೀವು ಇಟ್ಟರೆ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮಿಂದೆ, ಇಡಿ ಓಡಿ ಇಡಿ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ನೀವು ಓಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇರೋದು. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಸೊ ಇಡಿ will not leave you, any department will not leave you. They want you to pay the tax because it is not yours. So the moment you collect the money from the customer, are you not obligated to pay it to the government? So is your liability going up or coming down? Going up. So what tax is that called? Output GST. So when my liability goes up, it will be credited. Correct or no? Yeah, artha aita? Everybody is understanding the concept, no? Now the time comes. The date comes. The date comes to pay the tax. Now you will go, how much is my output? 1800. I need to pay my output? Yes. When you try to make the payment of your liability, the liability will decrease. Correct or no? Yes, sir. So I will debit it. Debit it, sir. Now I had an asset. Input ittu tane ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ, ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲ ಪೇ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. Whatever I have paid, I will first adjust it against my liability. So what is the input I had? 1800. Now when I try to use my asset will come down. Correct or no? When asset comes down, it will be credited to input. Now if there is any difference, then I will end up paying. But here there is no difference. Whatever input I got, that much output I got. Done. Sir, ella transaction hinge agtava? Illa. This is only for your explanation. In reality, what will happen? This 10,000 would have become 20,000. This 10,000 here from B to C, they would have done it for 20,000 plus 18%. That will be 3,600. Total 20,000, sorry, 23,000. Correct? Now we will record the second set. First set will remain same. Purchase account debit, input GST, adella same udayte. Sales ashte change agutte. So what is the entry will do? C account debit 23,600 to output C GST 3,600 to sales 20,000. Correct? This is the entry. Howdillappa? Now let's see the knock-off entry. Time has come to pay. How much? Sir, output GST 3,600. Sir, input GST 1,800. Remaining balance is there or no? Debit credit. Sir, I need to pay how much to the government? 3,600. How much I have already paid? Remaining need to be paid by what? Bank account. Correct or no? This is called as utilization of input credit. What? This input, whatever you get, no, that is called as input credit. Input credit, listen to me carefully. Input credit can be used to set off the output liability. adne ಮಾಡಿರೋದು. Input credit can be used to set off the output liability. If this 1,800 was not there, how much you would have paid? Entire 3,600. But you got the input, you used it against the output, and you paid only net. That is the meaning of this input. Input credit can be utilized to set off the output liability. Am I clear? Now, one small thing is remaining. GST nalli again there are three types: CGST, SGST, IGST. Sir, what is this, sir? CGST, the tax will go to central government. SGST, the tax will go to state government. IGST, again the IGST will get split between central and state. Sir, then what is the use of making IGST? Sir, CGST, SGST already ittala. ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. When I sell goods from Mysore to Bangalore, it is within the state. Correct or no? Who will get the benefit? Karnataka plus central government. Correct? Now listen to me like this. I am in Karnataka. I am selling the goods to Jammu Kashmir. No, I am just coming. Union only. But is it in my own state? No. It is outside my state. Correct or no? Wait, I'll come. Now here, if I say CGST plus SGST, what is my SGST? What is my state? Karnataka. Correct? But have I sold it in Karnataka? Where I have sold it? Who is consuming? Jammu Kashmir. Where should the tax actually go to? Jammu Kashmir. Correct or no? But my portal will record SGST as only Karnataka. So what government said? This complication will come. So we'll do what? We'll create a new name called as IGST, where you supply the goods outside your state. That is called as interstate. Two states, interstates, correct? When you supply the goods outside your state, it is called as interstate transaction, and all the interstate transaction will collect IGST. Sir, why not SGST? Because SGST cannot be collected because your SGST registered in your particular state, but you are not supplying in your state, you are supplying to somebody else's state. There your registration is not there, so you cannot collect SGST. You have to collect IGST. Understanding everybody? Now 18% we have seen, no? This 18% will get split into two, 9% central, 9% state. In IGST, what will happen, sir? IGST will be shown as 18% only, but in the back end ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ? ನಮ್ಮನೆ back end ಅಲ್ಲ, government's back end, they will trace all the transaction and they will split that 18%, 9% to the central government, 9% to the state government, which has actually received the goods and consumed. Not from the state where the goods have been sold, the goods where it has been consumed, andre Jammu Kashmir. They will give 9% to them. That is why GST is also called as destination based tax. What based? Destination based tax, where ultimately the destiny of the goods is in Jammu Kashmir. So government will say 9% nandu central, 9% Jammu Kashmir, Karnataka. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಸ್ಟಿನಿ ಅದರದ್ದು? ಜಮ್ಮು ಕಾಶ್ಮೀರ್. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್? ಸೊ ಯುವರ್ ಹಿಯರ್ I have recorded only as output GST, input GST, correct or no? Illi. Now one change. What is that change? Here you will record into two. Input CGST 900, input SGST 900. If it is interstate, it will be one only. That one will be coming as input IGST. Clear? Same thing for output CGST, output SGST, or output IGST. Artha aitappa? Everybody, is it clear? Any doubts in this? I'll come there. IGST ge innondu hesaru UGST. Sir, yake sir? See, in our India, certain states are called as union territory. They are not at state. So if I have sent something to Damandiu or Pondicherry, Jammu Kashmir also, for that matter, Leh Ladakh also, correct? They are still union territories. I think Jammu Kashmir they have given statehood. They have given Jammu Kashmir statehood. They have given. I think so. But only for Leh Ladakh they have given under union territory. That's why they are fighting. Okay. So what happened now? Those are not called as states. They are called as union territories. So for them it will be UGST. Union Territory Goods and Service Tax. Clear? Enu change illa. Works same. Only. Say if I sold it to Pondicherry, I will say it as UGST. Sir, why government is making the difference? It could have directly told IGST only. I will tell you why. UGST amount entirely remains with central government only. Why? Because union territory comes under central government. There is no local government involved there. Local bodies are there, MLA election will be there, but there is no state head where they can do their own funding and all. No, every fund flows from central government. So that is why again, if we put everything in IGST, again they have to break their head. But if you put directly into UGST, it is easy, no, mine only. Everything is mine. Correct or no? Yes. So UGST everything is there, CGST everything is there. IGST first they will take 50% theirs. The remaining 50% they will make states to cry, which is happening right now. Because there is lot of transaction, no? The back-end system has to work and find out. See, I will just say IGST 90,000. But they have to sit and understand where this 90,000 is coming from, which all states they have supplied. Atara data, Nantara Eschana idare, all over India, how many businesses are there? Do you even know how much monthly revenue is coming from GST? 1.5 lakh crores, almost hitting. Just now imagine how much data that manipulation has to happen. Understanding? So that is how the things are. Clear? Now it is recently going up and up every day, every month GST collection is going higher and higher. I don't know, I have not yet read correctly, but this is what we remember as average numbers. Clear? Soon I think they are going to hit, or they have already hit 2.09 lakhs or something. Lakh crores, not very lakhs. Clear? So this is it. So that is end of your chapter 2. Correct? Huh? 2 chapters, no? We are done and dusted. Now we understood ledger, posting, journal entries, rectification of entry, trial balance. Next chapter will be BRS. BRS only, no? Very easy chapter. Yeah, it is very easy chapter. You will directly fetch 5 to 6 marks if it comes. It is like a bonus. Clear? So next class will start BRS. Clear? Okay. Thank you guys.